What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. We've changed the build a little bit. I decided that I wanted to try out lightning. So I think the Death Sentry is typically the way to go over Lightning Sentry in PvM, because the Death Sentry has a corpse explosion ability. So as soon as stuff starts to die, hopefully we're going to see more damage. These guys are a little bit strong, but we should be alright. It is a level 30 skill, so we are still kind of not maxing it out. Every point's going to go into this. So Lightning Sentry, I'm pretty sure, does end up with more damage, especially because it gets more of a passive bonus from the Shockweb and Charge Bolt. But with the Corpse Explosion, I think this is better. The problem, though, is that the synergies are a little bit weird. So I actually had to put points into Fire Blast, because every 3 points gives you one more shot. So we won't be scaling up as much, but I don't think this is going to be a problem, because once we're ready, we're going to be switching to Mosaic anyway. So it's like, why not just give this a chance? Switch it up from the fire, you know? It's very satisfying. I definitely miss using the lightning traps. If you guys watched the previous episodes, you'll know I'm big in the lightning traps, but we decided to go into fire when we started this character and try it out, and it was very strong. Really great. Luckily, we're moving up from 5 shots to 8 shots now. So we will actually have more shots per trap. Hopefully we get to put them down a little less often. As for the gear, we didn't really change much. The only thing that I swapped was the gloves, because we no longer need the +1 to fire skills from the Mage Fists. And I thought, let's grab this for increased attack speed so we can put our traps down a little bit quicker. We're going to be keeping these gloves on when we switch to martial arts anyways, so we might as well just use them now. Feels pretty strong. We are on players 8. Don't get it twisted. We're just that strong. We don't have a lot of upgrades coming in, so this is basically it until 50 or 6. Like, basically until we swap onto Mosaic, we're using pretty much the same stuff. So hopefully we can make it. But that's kind of the benefit in my mind of using level 30 spells when you're around level 40, level 45. Every level you get gives you a hard point, which is really big for the damage. You're not just putting points into synergies, you're actually getting raw damage from hard points into the skill. Whereas with something like Wake of Fire, you know, it's a level 12 skill, so by the time we're actually level 40, we're only leveling up the synergies. The impact could seem a little bit lower. Not a bad thing, really, just something to keep me motivated. So I do like the corpse explosion, but it looks like the traps have to choose between one thing or the other. They can't shoot lightning out and explode a corpse. It's one or the other. Which I suppose is fine. It's balanced. Okay, I'll take it. Really good experience, of course, right off the bat. I mean, going into Nightmare at level 40, having players 8, that is what's going to happen. To be expected.
The rogue's test is done.
And that's basically why I decided, you know what, I'm not going to do any extra bail runs or any extra leveling in normal. Let's just get this going. Okay, any extra points we get will be going into Lightning Sentry. Once they're both maxed, if we're there before we switch, we'll be putting additional points into Fire Blast for those extra charges. Extra shots, whatever you want to call them. I love how these look. Really cool. I feel like in LOD you didn't really get the insight into what they really looked like on the old graphics. They look cool, but they were just these glowy things. And now you get to see the actual details on them. Little spinny things. Really, really cool. Looks like our mercenary has perished. It's unfortunate. Not a total surprise, though. It has been a little while since we put out an assassin video. Sorry for the delay, but we've just been spending a lot of time doing streams. And we finished up the 1000 Terror Zone Andy run, so we made a nice little loot video on that. A lot of fun. If you guys haven't seen that, be sure to check it out. We got insanely lucky, and I missed doing Andy already, but we have to move on to other things. So next we're working on getting an Infinity. We're almost there. We're so close. Lower Cuirass runs are coming in clutch, but of course, a dry streak hits, and yeah, it can be rough. It can be rough after that. Hopefully we won't go too dry. A little bit rough against these lightning immunes, but not immunes, but enchanted. You know, they have the high resistance, but again, it's not impossible. Just a little bit slower. Hopefully we have the Infinity by the time we, nice map, actually. By the time we decide that we're ready to do Mosaic, because I feel like it'll help. I don't think it's necessary, but I think it'll help. The Fire Blast does not do very much, but it's a little bit of a help. Our resistances are really good as well for Nightmare. We're pretty strong. Almost 1000 health. Maxed out res for the most part. Can't go wrong. More lightning enchants. We'll just ignore it. We're in Nightmare now. For the most part, we're just gonna walk through, not worry about it. I have a feeling that it's the other way. But we've already committed to this direction. We're also coming up on 500 subs. I think that the 500 sub celebration is pretty much set in stone. We're gonna do a really long stream, like a full day. Not quite 24 hours, but I'm aiming for at least 8, maybe a maximum of 12, depending on how long it takes to complete Diablo 1, which is going to be a ton of fun. I've been itching to play Diablo 1 for a little while. So that'll be great. If you guys can make it, I'm going to make a community post when we have the date set in stone. It's most likely going to be on a Saturday. Should be good. Oh, nice. We did go the right way. Let's go. I almost screwed myself over there. I was going to turn around, but no. We stay committed. For better or for worse. Ooh. Yeah, that's a decent upgrade with those extra 2 skills. I just love when you get to Nightmare. I mean, Hell is the same, of course, but when you get to Nightmare, there's so much more champion packs. Like, every few seconds you're up against something that has potential to give you good experience and good loot. It's great. Or it's something to just destroy you. So many lightning enchants. I have to wonder if the fire would have been faster. Just like clear speed. Because this doesn't feel particularly strong. But hopefully, as we get more levels, it'll be better. But that is the one problem I have when I switch to a new build in the start of a new difficulty. You get into Nightmare and then you're like, okay, this feels worse, but would it have been worse, like, regardless? Because we're in Nightmare? Or is it because I've switched skills? I don't know, and I have no way of really finding out other than resetting and testing, which we're not about that life. Okay, we don't have the Darkwood waypoint, so we can't really skip this and come back, sadly. Let's see if we can find it. I do want to bring the mercenary back, but pain in the butt to keep her alive when she's just going to keep dying. Oh yeah, we did also get Mind Blast. I completely forgot to start using it. That'll help the monsters kind of hang out in one spot. Target those uniques. Beautiful. Yeah, that helps a lot.
Was this true?
That's probably another reason why we're slightly weaker is because I had to put 3 points to grab that. So that's 3 points that we're not using for damage. And it's useful, but only if you remember to use this skill. Come on, Daily. I am the worst at finding waypoints, though. It is a curse, truly. Where could it be? Must be all the way over there. So you know what we'll do? We'll keep going until the outer cloister. That way we don't waste time. And then we can waypoint back to Stony. That's how we'll do it. That'd be a little bit more efficient because we're not going to do the Black Tower. We don't really need to come back to Darkwood, so getting the waypoint is not the highest priority. Fire enchanted stone skin, and they're just not attacking him. Come on. There we go. We do want to clear because the experience is really good, so. Attacking the wrong thing. I wish these traps would prioritize the unique pack. It does not seem like it, though. We're getting significant damage every time we get a level, though. Not bad. We're scaling, we're scaling. Okay, let's go rescue Kane. We actually got a phenomenal Stony map with the waypoint right next to the stones. Reading the scroll is for noobs. Clicking furiously until you get the right combo, that's how the pros do it. Yeah, we're not even gonna bother, honestly. Just gonna rescue the old man. Move on.
Go to the rogue camp.
Do we actually get to see him come back? No, yeah, there he is. Hey, buddy. And a useless ring? Couldn't have asked for worse. I need to get my head wrapped around the whole... I think that you can determine where the barracks are going to be based on the layout of this central area here. I gotta investigate that. Get out of my way. The problem with lightning is that the range is so huge. 1 to 997. So on the top end, it's huge. But... you get unlucky and you roll 1 damage over and over and you're just, oh my goodness. It sucks. And I feel like Act 1 has a lot of those really high lightning resistance monsters. Especially in the first half of the act. The damage is underwhelming. That's okay. I've made my choice. Oh no. Oof. Fire enchanted, not lightning. Come on. Nice. Ironically, we have to kind of worry about the stone skin and fire enchant as well, because that's going to hit the damage on the corpse explosion, so... there's a lot of counters to this. Not my favorite thing about the build. Ooh, and we are out. Potions almost. It's pretty strong, don't get me wrong. Like, I didn't expect to just completely melt in a millisecond in Nightmare. So it's okay. I think we only have another 10 or so levels until we switch to Mosaic anyways. We're still kind of farming bases for that, but from what I've heard, the bases do not really matter, so I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, here we go. Let's see if we can read these maps. Look at this torture device. Oh my goodness. They get freaky down here in the jail. You know what? We should probably get some potions before I get eliminated. Still rocking the trusty gold wrap. Let's hit the attack speed. Putting down the traps quickly is pretty important. It would be nice to have that 4th row in my belt. We only have 3. But not a requirement. A waypoint. Now what does that mean? If the waypoint is here, does that mean we need to go up and to the left? Or does it mean we're just completely screwed? I didn't want the waypoint. Trying to speedrun this. Yikes. Watch it be right here. Yep. Always. Always. Such a gamble with these maps, honestly. They can be really great, or they could be utterly terrible. You don't know until it's too late. Ooh, XP shrine. Nice. Okay. I think, oh man, you know, every time I say this, it's right before things go horribly wrong, but I swear, I think we're getting a little bit better at reading the maps. Just a little bit, okay? Now, it could be over there is what I'm worried about, though. It could be through this door. Pretty sure these guys have high lightning res. We still get a level off of them, which is phenomenal. Do we want to be going down? Man, the downside about attack speed increasing the traplet is when you get cold. We definitely cannot be frozen, because it's such a pain. Such an advantage to be a caster, and the cold just really does not affect you. I think I may have screwed up by going this way. Yeah. Yep. Oh, it's a big blunder. Okay. Like, I don't think it can be up here. I think it has to be all the way back where we came from. Ah, it happens. See? I knew it. I should just start saying how bad I am at reading the maps. That's when the map will bless me. Because I was heading down this way. And watch, it's going to be right here. Oh yeah, it's right here. Unbelievable. I've embarrassed myself at least 5 times in a row. Saying that I'm getting better at reading the maps. When I ain't. I still think overall it is better. I hope. Hey, not bad actually. See, when they don't have lightning a chance, pretty strong. Plus our damage is already up to 1k. I think when we started the video, it was at... Okay, hold on. Maybe this way. It was at 700. The lightning damage. So yeah, we're getting damaged like crazy. And we still have another 5 points, and then we have synergies, so this should be fine to carry us until we're ready for Mosaic. It's just, I think, when there's lots of small monsters like that, and it starts using corpse explosion instead of the lightning, I feel like that hurts us. Like, I feel like because of the low impact of stuff like dark ones being corpse exploded, it actually sets us back a little bit. But I could be wrong. Maybe somebody who knows better, you guys can let me know in the comments. I know corpse explosion is extremely powerful on the necromancer, of course, so I mean, it does 40 to 80% of the life. I don't know, that sounds a little bit low compared to what I'm used to reading from the necromancer tooltip. Maybe that's a little bit lower than the fully fledged or skill. I wouldn't be surprised though. I mean, this is like corpse explosion in addition to an entire other skill, so I wouldn't be surprised if that were the case. Yeah, it's not bad damage. Nice. Yeah, I just want to get away from these guys though. Maybe we can confuse all of the fallen. Damn, we don't do much damage to Andy. Look at that. Wow, we are really not doing much. Of course, the afflicted have high lightning res. So I'm not too surprised by this. But look at the damage here. Even when all 5 of them are on her. Yikes. Not very strong. Okay, we need to repot too. Good morning. I mean, we all know that fire would definitely be better against Andy. That's kind of a given. Because her fire res is so low. But I didn't expect it to be this bad. At least I don't have to be too scared of her. It's just... I mean, she is hitting. And it's rough because when you run around, your traps kind of start missing. I would not typically imagine a day when normal Bale is easier to kill than Nightmare Andy. It's a yikes moment. I think it's just because Death Sentry needs the corpse explosion. So the fact that we're kind of missing out on half of the damage that the skill kind of outputs is a big deal. That's fine though. We get her slowly but surely. Maybe before the next episode I'll experiment with Wake of Fire and see how it handles. I don't know. You guys can let me know what you think.
Death becomes
Am I
you,
just
Andariel.
sleeping on it? Would Wake of Fire actually be worse because we're in Nightmare now?
Hello.
Actually not a bad amulet. If you were just doing a playthrough, I'd love to find this on the hardcore. Jeez. Maybe a little bit more res for the hardcore. Still.
Well,
Alright. I mean, it wasn't too bad. Act 1 completed.
Hello.
Maybe I'm being a little bit too harsh on the Death Sentry. I'm sorry, Death Sentry. I'm sure you're strong. Okay. Well, with that, Act 1 is completed. I'm going to end this episode here. We'll get started on Act 2 soon, and maybe do something about Fiona, because she's... Yeah, maybe the Biggins Bonnet's not doing too much for her. All right, guys, if you're still watching, thank you so much for being here. I'll catch you in the next one.